Hi guys, it's me, Lindsay, and today's video is just going to be on the Becker Tutoring software. And the reason I'm posting this is because when I first started using Becker, I wanted to understand what I was getting into even before I got the full software. I was just curious, and so here we're just doing a little walkthrough. And Becker is one of these top praised CPA study programs, and one nice thing about working for one of the big four firms is I think they all give you the free Becker tutoring software to kind of push you to become a CPA and enable that whole process. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to be doing kind of a voiceover type style video, but yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is the home page that you see when you first log into Becker, and you can see what topic you're currently studying, and for me that's BEC. And you can see they've also already gone through my audit exam and the FAR exam. They have a few other features, like you can redeem your books one at a time so you don't get 4 huge books in the mail. So once I finished FAR, I redeemed my BEC book, and that came in the mail in less than 5 days. It's really quick. And then also another great feature about Becker is that you can create a study plan, and you can tell them when you want to take your exam, and then how many hours a day you can study, and it'll give you a detailed calendar of what to study every single day, and you can also print that. So that's really awesome. There are a few different things on this sidebar here that I want to go through. So here you can see each of the 4 exams, how far you've gone through them. You can see how many chapters there are. The leap of going from financial to business, so much less content is in BEC, and that is awesome, so I'm really happy. Here is where you can make your study plan, adjust your schedule. I personally don't do that. I have my own study plan that I do right up here. And then here you have the Skill Master videos, which I'll go into a little bit more. Here you can also go through flashcards for every single topic. And the flashcards are different than multiple choice questions in a few ways. It's more like flipping back and forth a card for a bunch of different topics. I learn better through multiple choice questions, but this is helpful to have. And they also give you a packet of flashcards that are like this thick when you order your book. And then lastly, through here, they have the Becker promise that if you use all of the study materials that they give you, like the lectures, the multiple choice questions, the flashcards, the book, the simulations, then they promise you that you're going to pass the exam. So technically with audit, they're not promising me that I would pass because I didn't use all those lectures, but I did. So here's going to be a walkthrough for just what audit looks like. So you'd go to continue course, and then it immediately opens up to this front page for audit, and you can see that audit has the full 6 chapters, and then here you have 3 mock exams. And these mock exams, they're just like the CPA exam. It's good practice. On my audit mock exams, I didn't do as well as I did on my real exam. So that's kind of the thing about Becker is they say, shit, you're only 74% ranking or like 68%, but you usually end up doing a lot better on the actual exam because Becker is just a lot more challenging than the true CPA questions. And this is to get you fully prepared for whatever they throw you. So we have 6 different chapters, and let's just go to the first one. This first video appears in introduction. They talk about the layout of the exam, how many questions there are. But so for one chapter, you have modules, and you'll have, for this first chapter in audit, there were a total of 12, and that was kind of a lot to go through for my first exam. It was kind of overwhelming. I was like, does every single chapter have this many modules? But you'll soon be finding out that they don't all have 12. Like maybe the next chapter only has 9, which is nice to know. So we're going to go into the first module, and you can first you watch the lecture, see what the 2 lecturers have to say. Then you can practice your skills, and this is more application of what you've learned, and then go through multiple choice questions. And as you go through them, you want to get 75% right or closer to 100, but you can also mark the ones that you're getting wrong or that you want to go back to. I'm surprised it tells me that I don't have any progress done on this, considering I definitely did all of this chapter, but that's fine because I passed the exam. So a nice thing about every single chapter is that you can have a unit outline, and this provides you kind of the dry notes of the entire textbook, which is easier to go through. So here we have these here. It's just a really nice way to have an oversight of everything that's in the textbook. And another thing that I enjoy is that they have the pre-annotated textbook. So this is the exact same as the audit textbook. However, they have annotations in it, which is in the red, and this is kind of what the lectures will be pointing out to you in the lecture videos. So now I'm going to throw in a quick tip for you guys. So I have two really quick tips for you guys in regards to the lectures. First one is, if you can stand it, play the lectures at 1.5 speed or even 1.75 if you're just trying to crank through it. And that's something that I do to cut the time listening to lectures. Second tip is, if you guys don't want to listen to the lectures, but you do realize that they do have some value because they highlight the important points, you can go into the pre-annotated book on the software and it'll already have a few highlights of what the lecturer would have emphasized in the text. And so then at the end of every single chapter, once you go through all of the modules within that chapter, you can go through a simulation. And simulations are kind of intimidating at first, but they give you a really good way to ensure that you're actually able to apply all this information. And so you'll have, like, this simulation has 6 different little activities in it. They also have authoritative literature. They'll give you challenges to be able to find within the PCAOB, at least for audit. And so these are really helpful to me. You can also go through more flashcards. So one thing that I want to show you guys as a last point is that it's easy to miss these, but the BEC program, they do have progress tests at the very bottom here of every single chapter. And I love these. These are my best way to study because it ensures that you're remembering everything from the before chapters. So taking a new progress test, you can choose exactly what chapters you want to be studying and you mix all the questions together. So say I'm really confident on audit reports, I maybe wouldn't want to study that one, but I want to study everything else. And I could select how many multiple choice questions I want to do. I usually do them in batches of 15 just so I can immediately review them. And then you can begin the test and go on through it. And for every single one that you get wrong or right, it doesn't immediately show you until the end of your progress test, and then it'll give you a final grade, and hopefully you're going to be scoring pretty high. Before my audit exam, I was getting pretty high progress test grades, and that's how I knew that I was ready to be taking the audit exam. Naturally, at the end of all of your modules and chapters, you'll be taking your mock exams to see how much you can round up all your information, see where you're weaker, and then go from there. Okay, so that is my overview of the Becker Tutoring software. I've enjoyed it a lot. I'm really glad that I got it for free for my offer with the Big 4. But this is just for you guys who, before you start studying with it, want a little bit more insight of what it's like using it. So I'm just going to end that there. That is my little overview of Becker. Nothing too special or personalized, just showing you guys how it works. So stay tuned for another video. I'll probably do a study vlog of my studying process for BEC. And yeah, I'm excited because today's my day off of studying, which feels really nice. So I'm going to be going to Providence and enjoying my day off, definitely. If you guys have any questions about Becker, just leave them down below, and feel free to subscribe for more videos on accounting, the CPA, Becker, or whatever else.